everybody, Rebecca here for a follow-up video from my Starlink setup video. If you missed that, I will link to it at the end of this video, but back in May, I set up my Starlink satellite on my roof by myself, and I tried to use the base from the Viasat internet that I had with the Starlink satellite dish, but I did not have the pipe adapter. I didn't know that you could order one of those from Starlink at the time I tried to set up the satellite. So I have since ordered that pipe adapter. I actually ordered it on the same day I set up Starlink, and I just got it in yesterday, June 1st. So it took a few weeks to come in, but I'm ready to go ahead and try to get that pipe adapter on the Viasat base so I can finally be completely done with my Starlink setup. And I'm hoping that I can do this fairly quickly because they're calling for rain and storms the rest of the week here in Western North Carolina and possibly later today. So I need to try to get this done today if at all possible. First, I'll show you what came in the box with the pipe adapter. So here it is. It was a smaller box than I expected, but here is the pipe adapter. Instructions and the screws that go in there, or bolts, I guess I should say. And these are little cable holding things that you can screw on the side of your house for the cable that comes off of the satellite. But you know, I've already done this part of it in the last video. I used these that were already on the side of my house from having Viasat internet before, so I don't actually need these. I guess I can hang on to them for something. And then for some reason, this last thing in here, they also sent a cover for the Dishy McFlatface. And I'm not sure why they sent a cover for it. I guess maybe while you're setting it up and you don't want to get the satellite dirty, you can cover it with that. But I'm not going to bother with hauling that up on top of my roof. I'm just going to take what I need, which essentially is just this and this. So we'll see if we can get this done here. All right, up on the roof, and weather is a little bit suspect, so I think we're under a time restraint here. So first things first, I'm going to have to take off the rope that I used to tie down the satellite since I couldn't make the Viasat base work with the satellite dish. Yeah, this was not a professional setup of Starlink satellite. Again, if you missed that video, I'll link to it at the end of this one. But first things first, I'm gonna take that rope off of the Viasat base. All right, it may not have looked pretty tied up the way that it was, but hey, it worked, so I can't be mad at it. Next, I'm just gonna set this on the base and set the Starlink in the other end. All right, there we go. Has these handy dandy little click buttons so that it fits right in really easily. So now all I have to do is screw in these bolts into the holes that they provided, and I think we're done. All right, we are officially done. That took me less than 10 minutes. I used a 7/16 inch socket wrench in case anybody was wondering, and I torqued so hard on it that I actually broke this screw. So yeah, be careful when you're doing that. But I've put all of the bolts in as tight as I can possibly get them, so I do not think this thing is going anywhere, and it's a lot more sturdy than it was when I just had it tied up here. But like I say, hey, it worked, so it is what it is. So yeah, that really ought to do it for this video. I brought my gloves up here today too because now I'm gonna clean my gutters while I'm on top of my roof and it's supposed to rain, so why not? Joys of home ownership. So I hope that y'all enjoyed this one. This was just a very quick follow-up video on how to get the pipe adapter working with Starlink. If you were wondering if you're able to get Starlink set up on your own, I would say that yes, you can. I am not a handy person and I know very little about technology, but I did not have any trouble getting Starlink set up and working on my own. The only thing I needed help with was drilling a hole in the side of my house to get the cable from the Starlink in the house. The hole that I had from Viasat wasn't quite large enough for the Starlink cable, but that was really no big deal to get done. So yeah, I can say that if you are not an experienced handy person, you don't have tech skills, you can still get Starlink set up and going by yourself. So the last part of this video will be an updated speed test for my Starlink. When I did my original Starlink video, as soon as I got everything hooked up and running, I did this speed test on Google just to kind of test and see where it was at. And I will insert a screenshot somewhere in here of what the speed test was before. I think my download speed was around 118 and the upload speed was around 6.8. So let's see where it is now. Wow, guys. Yeah, when I say that I have really been enjoying Starlink over the Viasat that I had before, that is an understatement. It has been light years better than what I had going on with Viasat. I did have somebody comment on my original video that the longer you had Starlink, the better your internet speed would be, and I didn't know if that was true or not, but hey, I just tested it out and it's faster than when I originally set everything up. So there you have it. I definitely feel like Starlink has been worth the cost. There was a bit of an upfront cost to get it set up. I go over that in the previous video that I did, but it is worth it. And actually going forward after that initial setup, the $99 a month is going to be $60 less than what I was paying with Viasat. So guys, I really couldn't be any more pleased with how Starlink has gone. So yeah, if you've been hesitant to try it, I'd say give it a shot. All right, everybody, that should do it for this video. I hope that you enjoyed this updated speed test and how to get the pipe adapter working for Starlink. I'm no professional, but hey, I was able to get pretty much this whole Starlink setup done by myself. I had a lot of people comment that they were still waiting on their Starlink kits to arrive. I hope you get them soon. I hope that videos like these are keeping you excited about it because it's a lot better than what I had. So if you're still waiting, just be patient, hang in there. I hope that you will eventually get your kits in and love it as much as I do. If you enjoyed this update, drop me a like down below. I'll catch you guys in my next video. Bye, y'all.